Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the September 17, 2013 meeting of the Downers Grove Village Council. It is my distinct privilege to call this meeting to order. There are copies of our agenda on either side of the room on a little shelf there. If you haven't already done so, please feel free to pick up a copy and follow along with our proceedings tonight. There will be multiple opportunities for public comment, both with respect to items on our agenda tonight, as well as a segment under item 4 for general comments with respect to items that are not on our agenda tonight, and we'll be talking more about that in a little bit. But first, it is our custom to begin our meetings by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance, so I would ask that everyone in the audience please join us in reciting the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. I'd now like to ask our fine village clerk, April Holden, to please call the roll.
Commissioner Jose?
Here.
Commissioner Olson?
Here.
Commissioner Rankin?
Here.
Commissioner Barnett?
Here.
Commissioner Newstead?
Here.
Commissioner Durkin? Mayor Tully?
Here. Thank you very much. This brings us to item 3 on our agenda, minutes of prior council meetings. We have one set of minutes to approve tonight. Those are our regular meeting minutes from September 10th, 2013. Do any members of the Village Council have any comments, questions, corrections, or changes to those minutes? Seeing and hearing none, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Those minutes are approved. Terrific. Well, before we get to public comments and to give everyone lots of time to think of a really good question to ask, I do have a proclamation to read tonight in honor of Constitution Week. Very important. Whereas September 17th, 2013 marks the 226th anniversary of the framing of the Constitution of the United States of America by the 1787 Constitutional Convention, and whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorable anniversary, and to the patriotic celebrations which will commemorate the occasion. And whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States, designating September 17th through 23rd as Constitution Week. Now, therefore, I, Martin T. Tully, Mayor of the Village of Downers Grove, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17th through 23rd, 2013, to be Constitution Week in the Village of Downers Grove, and urge all our citizens to reaffirm the ideals of the framers of the Constitution and their ideals that they had in 1787 by diligently protecting the freedoms guaranteed to us through this guardian of our liberties. Dated, of course, this 17th day of September 2013 at Downers Grove, Illinois. And I'd like to invite Holly Weinschneider up for a presentation of the proclamation, please. Thank you for being here. Good to see you again. Thank you for being here. Pleasure.
Thank you for the proclamation.
Thank you very much. Thank you for Terrific, and thank you again for being here. That brings us to item 4 on our agenda, as promised, public comments. This is the portion of the meeting where we entertain comments and questions from the audience of a general nature with respect to items that do not appear on our agenda for the evening. If there are any questions or comments of a general nature from anyone here in the audience, I would invite you to please come up to the podium, give us your name and address, and we would welcome hearing from you. Are there any questions or comments of a general nature? There are. I would have given you special dispensation to duck under the camera. But thank you for taking the long route. We do have a gentleman coming down momentarily to the podium. Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Brian Deedy. My address is 6508 Hathaway. My question is, I've noticed that there are no recycling containers in the downtown area, nor near the train station. Just wondering why that is, and wondering if there's anything I can do to help change that.
Well, I appreciate your offer to help things out. I'm going to ask if Mr. Fieldman, if you have a comment on that at this point in time, or if not, we can get back to you with an answer to your question.
We should do that.
All right, then we will do that We do have your name, we do have your address, I think. Thought I heard it. We'll follow up with you with a response, but appreciate your offer of assistance. Thank you. Any other questions or comments of a general nature? Hearing none, we will move to item 5, council member reports. Do any members of the village council have any items of interest they would like to report out to the rest of the council or those who are gathered here today? Commissioner Jose.
Thank you, Mayor. The Downers Grove Junior Women's Club is partnering with the Sharing Connections Furniture Bank to increase community donations to help many families in Downers Grove and the greater DuPage County area that are in need of furniture and other critical household items. Excuse me. Of particular note, they're looking for bath items such as shampoo and conditioner, bar soap, shaving cream, razors, and baby gear like diapers, wipes, any new baby bottles or pacifiers, clothing, pack and plays, car seats, booster seats, and strollers. If you have any of these items and would like to donate them, please go to www.dgjwc.org for more information on the Junior Women's Club. And if you have a larger piece of furniture that you'd like to donate, you can contact Sharing Connections directly at 630-971-0565, extension 300, to schedule a drop-off or a free pickup time. That's all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Any other council member reports? Commissioner Rankin?
The Grove Foundation is accepting grant applications for its grant program through October 1st of 2013. Information about how you qualify and how you apply is on their website, www.thegrovefoundation.org. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Barnett?
I have nothing, Mayor.
Commissioner Olson?
A couple things. Unfortunately, Commissioner Durkin is not here for me to report on my latest 5K adventure, but actually was able to support a 5K in Elmhurst for supporting the Center for Speech and Language Disorders in Lombard, which serves children and people from throughout our county, including our village. That was a great event this past Sunday. I also
Not rained out? That's pretty good.
Well, it was pouring rain during the event.
You are a trooper.
Well, you know.
You just ran
rain,
so fast the water didn't touch you, right?
Correct, rain or shine. I also had the opportunity to attend a very nice dedication ceremony this afternoon. The Janine Nicarico Children's Advocacy Center, which serves children who are victims of abuse or may have witnessed crimes, and will serve children from throughout DuPage County. Dan Cronin, DuPage County Board Chair, Bob Berlin, our state's attorney, and many others from around our county and other villages and municipalities in DuPage County were present to celebrate the opening of this facility, which will serve children from throughout our county who unfortunately go through these troubling and very challenging circumstances, but we are very lucky to have the support of services through the county, and I was very pleased to join all of our county officials for that dedication this afternoon. Finally, the village was well represented last Thursday, September 12th, at the DuPage Mayors and Managers Intergovernmental Planning Committee. I was there with Commissioner Durkin and Deputy Village Manager Mike Baker. Discussion at the meeting, the meeting's major topic was ComEd and some of the programs that they offer for businesses and for municipalities to help attract businesses with reliable power. Other discussions included stormwater, and stormwater is obviously always a hot topic in our county given the recent state law change and given our experience here in Downers Grove. So there's, of course, a lot of interest in what we're doing here in Downers Grove, and we're pleased to be able to discuss that and join with our fellow municipalities in those conversations last Thursday. That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Neustadt?
Thank you, Mayor. Just wanted to remind everybody that the Village of Downers Grove has a number of ways to stay connected and stay informed of things and issues happening in our village. On our front page of our website, there's 2 tabs, Network with Us and Stay Connected. Residents and business owners can sign up for both community-wide notifications, our Twitter and Facebook feeds. These are very important on days where there's information and happenings around our village where folks might need to be in tune to what's going on. So I suggest everyone sign up so you can stay informed and be a part of your community in that way. That's all I have today, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Just two things from my desk here. Number one, I want to remind everyone that Amnesty Day is coming up again. We do have an Amnesty Day this year in the Village of Downers Grove, and it will take place the week of September 30th on your regularly scheduled refuse pickup day. This is a one-time pickup and cannot be rescheduled if you miss it. And contrary to popular belief, this has never been a free event, but there are some stickers that are required, but I believe it's a maximum of 3 stickered items, and then after that, it is, shall we say, all you can heap. We also, if you do have the cart system, then no stickers are required. Put your normal trash out, and you can also take advantage of the program. In connection with that, the recycling extravaganza will be held on Saturday, September 28, 2013. So if there's anything that you can't properly get rid of during the Amnesty Day event, then you can't properly get rid of it during the recycling extravaganza on September 28th at the Public Works facility here in Downers Grove. There are more details about both of these activities on the village website under Amnesty Day and Recycling Extravaganza Cleanup. Second item I just want to mention is to remind everyone that this week on Thursday, beginning at 7 o'clock, also at the Public Works facility at 5101 Walnut Avenue here in Downers Grove, we will be hosting the 3rd annual ComEd Town Hall meeting, where we will be not only presenting the village's 2013 reliability report with respect to electrical service here in the community, but there will be senior representatives and executives and people who actually do work out on the poles and in the street from ComEd at the meeting. So it's a very terrific and unique opportunity for both residents and businesses alike to hear what the village's efforts have been to encourage and enhance electrical service in the village by working with ComEd, and also able to interact directly with ComEd representatives about their neighborhoods. We've had I would say, fair amount of success in the 3 years that we've been doing this. There's still much to do, and that's why I would encourage those who have experienced issues this year to please come out, because I think it's always a very worthwhile exercise, and there's always some good that comes of it, and we'll take every little bit that we can. So I want to remind everyone of that as well. And the reliability report for 2013 is also on the village website under that same title. In fact, I think the ComEd Town Hall meeting is the lead story right now on the website, and you can easily find the reliability report to find out what activities have been taking place in your neighborhood. That's all that I had. We'll move to item 6, public hearings. We have no public hearings tonight, so that takes us to item 7, our consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from any members of the public with respect to any of the items on the consent agenda this evening? Hearing none, any questions or comments from any members of the village council? There being none, may I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Newstead?
Aye.
Commissioner Olson?
Aye.
Commissioner Jose?
Aye.
Commissioner Rankin?
Aye.
Commissioner Barnett?
Aye.
Mayor Tully?
Aye. Consent agenda passes unanimously. That brings us to item 8 on our agenda, our active agenda. We have one item, item 8A. Do I have a motion to adopt an ordinance establishing and amending stop and yield sign locations at multiple intersections in the village of Downers Grove as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments on this item from any members of the audience? Any questions or comments from any members of the village council? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Newstead?
Aye.
Commissioner Olson?
Aye.
Commissioner Jose?
Aye.
Commissioner Rankin?
Aye.
Commissioner Barnett?
Aye.
Mayor Tully?
Aye. The active agenda item passes unanimously. That brings us to item 9, our first reading or the workshop portion of our agenda, where items are presented for discussion purposes only and action potentially at a later point in time. As is customary, I will turn over the meeting for presentation of these items to Village Manager David Fieldman. Good evening.
Thank you, Mayor. 2 items on tonight's first reading agenda, both of them ordinances considering restricting parking, one on Carpenter Street and one on Saratoga. And here to present the background information on these items is our Public Works Director, Nan Newland.
Good evening.
Good evening. I have 2 parking restriction recommendations from the Transportation and Parking Commission tonight. The first is here at the location of Carpenter and Grove Street, from Grove Street to Ross. And this is a staff recommendation that was presented to TAP as a result of the recent work we did on Grove Street, which continued on onto this intersection in an effort to incorporate some traffic calming along Carpenter. We added some bulb outs at this location and some shortened pedestrian crossings, which with the narrower street there, this parking restriction makes sense to help have a smoother traffic flow and less confusion there at the intersection for pedestrians to cross. The second item is on Saratoga, north of Palmer. This is right at the southeast corner of Kingsley School. This is a short stub section of Saratoga, and this was also presented to TAP at the request of the neighbors here. There's a new home here at the northeast corner that has a driveway on Saratoga. The east side has no curb and gutter and is currently restricted for parking in the morning throughout the day during school. I think it's 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. However, what they're finding is with the school activity on the ball fields after school, there's quite a bit of parking that goes on, and they're parking on the east side. Since there's no curb and gutter, the parking tends to spill over onto the parkway and to interfere with the driveway use over there. So they asked if we could add a parking restriction, make it all parking at no time on the east side. It was presented to the Transportation and Parking Commission, and both items were approved by the commission and recommended to be presented to council. And I'd be happy to answer any questions you have about either item.
Thank you very much. First, I will ask if there are any questions from any members of the audience with respect to either one of these parking-related items. Any questions or comments from members of the audience? Hearing none, any questions or comments from members of the Village Council with respect to either of these items? Commissioner Barnett?
Thanks, Mayor. I don't necessarily need answers tonight, Nan, but if you know them off the top of your head. On the Carpenter Street one, how far north does that west side no parking go, existing no parking?
I can look that up for you.
I think it'd be...
I think it goes all the way to Gilbert, but I'll double check that.
Okay, that's what I'm hoping the answer is. I'd like to try and have some consistency there. The other one's a little more random thought, but just from looking at these drawings, there's on Saratoga at the sort of the north end of the street where it just sort of terminates. There's another one I can think of, and I think it might be, I'm going to screw this up, it might be Fairmount or Lyman. It has a similar thing on the south end of the sort of the complex there between the Y and O'Neill and Fairmount School. Have we ever considered trying to set up actual parking in those ends? You know, a hammerhead kind of a thing with a half a dozen spaces. That parking, I mean, I'm certainly one of the guys that's caused trouble, I suppose, over the years in parking on these spots, and it's just a real common thing for us to not have enough parking in any of these parks. So if you could get a half a dozen spaces in the end like that, maybe it would be, not maybe for this, because I don't want to hold this up, but as a thought about trying to think through design down the road, they would better utilize some of those dead ends that aren't really, cul-de-sacs don't really go anywhere.
In this particular case, I think we'd have to widen it. It doesn't appear that it was fully completed as a street. I think it's about 20 feet wide.
It just kind of evaporates into nothing, I think.
We probably have to do some improvement to have sufficient width. But we can take a look at that.
That's all I've got, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. Other questions or comments on either of these items from members of the council? Commissioner Rankin?
I've heard from residents about the speeding and safety of Carpenter. So after we do this parking restriction, do we go back and kind of see how that's behaving and if it's making the street safer? Or, I mean, I guess the people parking probably made people go slower, but can we revisit it?
We will be doing follow-up counts on Carpenter. What we've been implementing are kind of parking boxes there. And I agree, I think the cars parked, and I think the boxes, even if a car isn't in there, help to kind of visually narrow the street. So that's what we've been trying to do along that street in strategic locations to keep traffic, allow traffic to move through there, but also kind of slow it down. And we will be following up and doing some follow-up counts with that to see how well it's working.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Hearing no further questions, thank you for the presentation.
That ends our first reading tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That brings us to item 10, which is the mayor's report. I have one item under the mayor's report to address this evening, and that is the appointment and reappointment of members to our various boards and commissions. And we have a number of them to do tonight, so we're going to do them en masse. We're not quite finished. We have a few more that we need to still follow up on. But this is about this time of the year when it's appointment and reappointment time for our various boards and commissions. And one of the richest sources of volunteerism that we have in the community are those residents who volunteer their time and service on our various boards and commissions. They all serve as recommending boards. They help us dig deeper into the issues. They help reflect in both directions what the community views and thinks on various topics, and then they bring their thoughts and recommendations to us. We don't always agree with them, and sometimes we modify them, but their service is indispensable to the functioning of our organization, to our village, and for all of those who we either appoint for the first time tonight, to whom we say welcome, and I know we haven't voted on it yet, but I'm being optimistic. And to those who are re-upping for a reappointment, we thank them for their continued service. But we do have quite a few tonight, so I don't know if anyone wants to make any comments about any of the folks that they helped to interview or talk about, particularly the new appointees. There's no obligation to, obviously. But if you'd like to, I certainly want to give you the opportunity. But given the number of folks that we have, and it's a blessing that we have this many people who want to serve. In fact, we have more who want to serve than we have places to appoint them. It's a terrific exercise, and we'll probably just proceed. But again, if anyone has any comments that they want to make about anyone who's being appointed, just let me know. And with that, I will ask our village clerk to please read the resolution for the council's consideration.
A resolution appointing and reappointing members to village boards and commissions. Whereas Mayor Tully has made the following appointments and reappointments to village boards and commissions, now therefore be it resolved that the Village Council of the Village of Downers Grove does hereby confirm the following appointments and reappointments. Community Events Commission. Reappoint Dave Humphreys to a 3-year term expiring August 31, 2016. Appoint Susan Carroll to a 2-year term expiring August 31, 2015. Fire Pension Board. Reappoint Jeff Kuchta and David Fieldman to 3-year terms expiring August 31, 2016. Human Service Commission. Appoint Jonathan Meehan to a 2-year term expiring August 31, 2015. Appoint Amanda Gray to a 3-year term expiring August 31, 2016. Liquor Commission. Appoint Alice Strelo as chair to a term expiring August 31, 2014. Reappoint James Krasnowski and Christine Frigo to 3-year terms expiring August 31, 2016. Plan Commission. Reappoint Daniel Kozo, Michael Quirk, and Denise Rabata to 3-year terms expiring August 31, 2016. Police Pension Board. Reappoint Norman Sidler and David Fieldman to 3-year terms expiring August 31, 2016. Stormwater and Floodplain Oversight Committee. Appoint David Gorman as chair to a term expiring August 31, 2014. Reappoint Richard Creeley, Mark Skacko, and Daniel Schoenberg to 3-year terms expiring August 31, 2016. Appoint Anthony Savito and William Wicklander to 2-year terms expiring August 31, 2015. Technology Commission. Reappoint Brian Diedrich, James McGinnis, and Don Nichols to 3-year terms expiring August 31, 2016. Reappoint Ed Earl and Chuck Redpath to 2-year terms expiring August 31, 2015. Transportation and Parking Commission. Reappoint Chris Sarix and David Stubner to 3-year terms expiring August 31, 2016. Zoning Board of Appeals. Reappoint Margaret Earl to a 3-year term expiring August 31, 2016.
Thank you very much. Do I have a motion to make those appointments?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments from any members of the village council with respect to the item? I should have asked any questions or comments from any members of the audience with respect to this item. Hearing none, the one thing I will just add to my earlier comments is I want to thank my fellow commissioners for their assistance in identifying and interviewing some of the candidates. Commissioner Rankin was very helpful with respect to the Community Events Commission. I appreciate your help. Commissioner Jose has been helpful in the past with respect to, and presently with respect to the Plan Commission and the Zoning Board of Appeals. Commissioner Barnett, I appreciate your assistance with identifying some folks for the Stormwater and Floodplain Oversight Commission, and I know that Commissioner Olson and I are still working with respect to some of the upcoming appointments for a number of boards, and Commissioner Neustadt is always helpful in many ways.
Yeah.
So once again, I want to thank everyone for their continued or new service to the community, and in a moment, what I anticipate will be a unanimous vote. Thank you and welcome. May I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Neustadt?
Aye.
Commissioner Olson?
Aye.
Commissioner Jose?
Aye.
Commissioner Rankin?
Aye.
Commissioner Barnett?
Aye.
Mayor Tully?
Aye. Matter passes unanimously. Now that brings us to the end of the mayor's report and takes us to item 11, the manager's report. Mr. Fieldman.
The proposed FY14 budget will be published on our website on September 27th, near the close of business, and it launches the budget review season, which stretches from October through December, with multiple opportunities to participate in the budgeting process. And of course, we invite everybody from the community to participate in those meetings.
Thank you very much.
That is
Appreciate
mine.
that. Brings us to item 12, attorney's report. Ms. Petrarca.
Thank you, Mayor. Only two ordinances to present this evening. The first is an ordinance restricting parking on Saratoga Avenue, and the second is an ordinance restricting parking on Carpenter Street. That is all.
Thank you very much. It brings us to item 13, council member new business. Do any members of the village council have any items of new business they would like to bring before the council? Seeing no items of new business, we will close new business and go right to item 14. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Nobody want to change their mind? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Neustadt?
Aye.
Commissioner Olson?
Aye.
Commissioner Jose?
Aye.
Commissioner Rankin?
Aye.
Commissioner Barnett?